Hey scumbags, James Razila here. This is a brand new thing that we're going to be doing. Unleashed is now moving from the standard YouTube channel and it's making its way over here to Patreon. It's going to be just something for you guys on Patreon that I'm going to jump on and do once a week, probably solo. Andrew might come on an episode, do one by himself, whatever. So if you see, every once a week we'll be doing an Unleashed episode. It's probably going to be like a news recap type thing, but today I just wanted to do a quick one to let you guys know this is one of the things that we're working on for you Patreons. Cloning around is something that is happening. I promise you we will get to that. I'm so sorry for the delay. There's been a lot of just getting everybody together. Now I live far away, so that kind of thing. Sorry about the audio. I'm not sure how it's going to sound. My microphone is a little bit further than I would like it. But anyway, so this is the first one that I'm going to be doing, and the reason why I decided to do this one without the week in review was, first of all, like I said, to let you guys know that this is something that is happening, but also this showed up on Twitter. So this is a picture that the Twitter account Tatooine Sons, a Star Wars podcast, so shout out. I have never listened to Tatooine Sons, SONS, which is kind of neat. They're probably way bigger than we are over here, but that's fine. Maybe I'll reach out to them. They tweeted John Kasdan, who of course wrote Solo, a Star Wars story, or co-wrote it with his father Lawrence Kasdan, and they had this picture come up. And the picture shows, obviously, Kira, Maul, and Jar Jar, all with a very similar necklace. And it says they thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. It obviously is in tongue-in-cheek, though it is kind of interesting. If you notice, all three of them do have a very, very similar symbol going for it. John Kasdan, of course, responded with "Everybody serves somebody." So I just wanted to come on here and give you guys my opinions on this. As everybody knows, I love me some Jar Jar Binks, and I saw this and I couldn't help but laugh. But I did love it. And Aftermath, was it the second or the third Aftermath? I don't even remember anymore. But one of the Aftermath books obviously gave us an ending to Jar Jar. It kind of showed that he got shunned by the end at the end of the prequel trilogy, that everybody kind of blamed him for the Empire, and I liked that ending, but it wasn't completely. It was satisfying to an extent. The problem with Jar Jar is what did happen to Jar Jar. I like to think that he was still in the Senate. He is a puppet for Palpatine. Then, of course, Ahmed Best came out, excuse me, and he said that there was that scene or an idea that George Lucas had that at the end of Revenge of the Sith, Jar Jar and Sheev would walk off together, almost in cahoots. And I was always curious, like, okay, yeah, that's fine, but would Jar Jar know that he was in cahoots with the Empire? This, on the other hand, this has relations to him and a gang, a mob. So that is a complete other thing. For me, like I said, any way you can bring Jar Jar Binks back into the fold, I'm completely on board with. The Darth Jar Jar, and I'm not sure if I've said this on air or not, but I probably have, but I'm going to repeat myself if I have, so I apologize to you guys if you haven't heard this, but my feelings on Darth Jar Jar have always been, I would have been okay with it if it happened. I'm not 100% convinced that Darth Jar Jar was George Lucas's original plan for Jar Jar Binks, and the reason why I'm not convinced is because why would he change the direction, the path of Jar Jar like that? Basically relegate him to a background. I mean, in the Revenge of the Sith, he is basically a background character. Why would that happen? And you would argue because of the reaction that Jar Jar got from the fan base and from the media and the critics and whatnot. And my counterpoint to that is, okay, yeah, but if you make him the big bad Sith Lord in the next one, all of a sudden, that first movie, The Phantom Menace, we've all seen those videos where they're like, look, he's the puppeteer, he's the puppet master of what's going on, all these little details. All of a sudden, that is enhanced, and you look at The Phantom Menace from a different perspective, and you see that Jar Jar is acting clumsy and isn't really clumsy, and I think George Lucas, with all of his twists and turns that he's given us in the past, would understand that and recognize that, and that's why I don't think that that initially that was his plan with Jar Jar Binks. Whether he ever eventually got to that state of mind, who knows? Maybe, but I just, I never saw that. So then there was the rumor that Jar Jar Binks was going to be the Snoke character in The Force Awakens. Obviously, that did not come to fruition. Thank goodness, that would have been stupid. However, if you want to go back and show me that sad story in the Aftermath books about Jar Jar, okay. But now, if you can counter, if you can come up now and show that Jar Jar, he was shunned and all this and whatnot, but it toughened him up, and he used what he learned from Sheev, perhaps, and now he's running around as some kind of crime lord, crime boss. Maybe he's not the boss. Maybe he is actually being manipulated by someone bigger. Or maybe, and this is the one that I'm going with, good old Sheev is in charge of it all of the gangs, all of the crime, all of that is actually Emperor Palpatine, which is probably said somewhere, but he is the god of them all. And he's not just the Senate. He's more than the Senate. He is the crime. He is the corruption. He is the good. He is the evil. He is everything. And while I don't think that this has anything to do with anything, but I kind of have this feeling that maybe in episode 9 we will learn more about Sheev and his power and what he had over the galaxy as a whole. Obviously, we got more from Aftermath and Battlefront and all of those books and whatnot, but it'll be interesting. I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Also, with this new Unleashed that we're bringing to you guys once a week, maybe twice a week, who knows? Whenever I feel like recording, I'll record. But really, basically, once a week, I'm going to gather the news from the week. Whether or not Brock's mentioned it on the show or not is one thing. And I'm just going to give you guys an opinion, my opinion, on it. We can have a conversation in the comments down below. If there's anything you guys want to hear me discuss on one of the shows, let me know. You can put it in a comment, email rebelscumbags@gmail.com, tweet me at Petsafino, whatever you want to do, let me know. I'm here to entertain, to discuss with you guys Star Wars, because obviously we all love Star Wars. And like I said on episode 115 this week with Brock, it's a very exciting time because we're less than a year away from episode 9. And right now especially, we know very, very little. And I'm sure when we get the first trailer, the teaser, whatever it is, we will still know very, very little. So it's kind of exciting. It's not kind of exciting. It's very exciting. We have Star Wars Celebration, where I'm sure we'll learn a little bit more. But other things are going to come up at Celebration that are going to trump Episode 9. Because that's what happened with The Last Jedi. We got The Last Jedi, and that was huge. But we got the Battlefront 2 news. We got the Rebels news. We got all of the books. We got so much other things that not necessarily trumped The Last Jedi, but it was enough where you said, yeah, The Last Jedi was cool, but also all of this other stuff happened. And so that's going to happen at Celebration. Also, if you guys are going to Celebration and you have not been to a Celebration before, I've only been to one, but take my advice on this one. We ran into a nice lady when we got to Orlando, the convention hall, the first day. Brock had to pick up his tickets at Will Call. We got there, and we were given the advice, don't worry too much about the panels. There's so much going on, don't worry about the panels. And of course, me being an expert on nothing, I did not take that advice, and I worried a lot about the panels. And when it was all said and done, I wished I did not worry so much about the panels. There are opportunities to watch them, obviously, online. Yeah, you get cool, unique stuff for being a part of it, but there's so much more going on. It is a celebration of Star Wars. It is a lot of fun. That's all I'm going to say on this one. Love this tweet by Tatooine Sons. I'm going to follow them. I'm going to check out their podcast because this is brilliant. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Darth Jar Jar, is he coming back? Until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching, and you were always scum. May the force of others be with you.
Hey scumbags, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our video. As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rebel Scum Podcast, for all the latest videos.